And good morning, Rogan.
What's up? Good morning, Rogan. You know what the fuck going on?
Yeah, banging show today. Wake and bake with the boy Jeremy. My first teammate from Medicine Dispensary to be on the show. Yo, kind of legendary moment. We got some fucking elf bars and some fucking medicine to smoke.
Oh shit! What? Oh, we got the silver. Ah, good choice. Good choice.
Yeah.
Hey, good for mornings, man.
Yeah.
Penalty's gonna have me not shutting the fuck up.
Yo, I love it. I picked this specifically for you.
Fuck
The
yeah.
terpenoline of bud tenders, an absolute source of energy and charisma. Like, we have an amazing team, but
we do.
Yeah, you're like the icon of the group.
You think so?
Yeah, you have the
Not Travis.
You have yo.
If you ever come to Medicine, ask for Travis. I mean, one of us obviously, but ask for Travis. He's got bright red hair, but if you tell him it's red, he'll tell you he's strawberry blonde. That's the boy.
Yo,
Travis
that is
Palmer.
the boy for sure. Yo, shout out the whole squad at Medicine. We got an awesome group over there, but I'm excited. Awesome. Yo, that's my favorite terp.
That's one of mine. I'd say Asamine, Linalool, and honestly, like, I have a soft spot in my heart for Cario. The only terp that acts like a cannabinoid, you can't go wrong, man.
Yo, you're right. Mother Nature's most powerful anti-inflammatory.
And I love black pepper. And I fucking love black pepper.
Yeah.
Everything. Lemon
That's
pepper, everything,
spice.
forever.
Mwah.
Limonene, Caryophyllene, that lemon pepper.
Oh, lemon pepper.
Yeah.
That should be a strain name. Yo, that's a banger. Lemon pepper coming soon from Jeremy. Yo, I'm so excited to wake and bake with you. This is actually Jeremy and I have sold pounds together.
Peas.
We've spent probably 200 hours together in the past
3 weeks.
Yeah, 3 weeks. And this is our first time we get to fucking finally burn one. I'm just gonna start
That's a
rolling.
fat ass grinder.
Yo, fuck yeah, the jumbo.
The Jumbotron shit poppin'.
Yeah,
You know what's crazy is Silver Reserve's the only medicine strain I've actually made hair straightener hash with before.
Whoa.
Dude, I got a
hair straightener hash.
I got I want to say maybe
that?
like 0.3 or 0.4 off the eighth. I ended up doing 2 eighths. Honestly, it smoked great. I obviously would have liked a larger return if I had used like a real press, but
you were using a
this
hair
strain
straightener
for whatever reason holds on to its fucking moisture so good. Like, it's moisture retention. I don't know if it's the bud structure or whatever, but it just stays sticky well past the majority of our stuff, which, as y'all can see, comes in bags. You know, a lot of people have mixed feelings on bags. Some people don't like all of the big space of packaging that comes with a jar. Some people feel like the bags sometimes don't hold on to the moisture quite as well, but as far as our medicine strains go, that one and the Hawaiian butterscotch hold on to their moisture really well.
That part.
I want to say it's the bud structure maybe, but I'm really not super familiar with that end of the industry.
They're the most dense.
Mm-hmm.
Those two are probably the most dense of the naturalized medicine strains at this point. And yeah, you're right. Like, it stays spongy, and I can't believe that
What's the
hair
package date on this
straightener rosin. That must have been super tasty, actually.
Yeah, I guess it's 2 months old. It's still pretty sticky.
2 months old. Yeah.
And honestly, I just feel like terpenoline, when it's expressed in a solventless wax, has this really unique flavor. Like, when I smoke terpenoline in flower, it's muskier.
Yeah.
And then when I smoke it in wax, I definitely see more of that fruity aspect. You know musky orange. Yeah.
You get more of the musk in the flower and more of the orange.
Almost kind of tastes like, you ever had an old fashioned? I don't know if you're a drinker.
I'm not too much of a drinker, but
so an old fashioned is generally a beverage served with bourbon or rye. I order mine with rye, and it'll be simple syrup and Anagostra bitters. But a lot of places will do a slice of orange with it too, and that's always kind of what terpenoline reminds me of. Is an old fashioned with that muskiness of the whiskey that's been barrel aged, in addition to a little bit of citrus.
Yo, I love that. That's a great analogy, actually.
She'd be pissed off if I told you the story on stream, but I have a story about my mom and drinking old fashions with me while snowboarding. Remind me to tell you sometime off camera.
Yo.
I'm gonna have her watch this and be pissed off if I talk about it on camera.
That is funny as fuck. Yo, I can't wait to get that juice. Got lots of juice coming. I got lots of great questions for Jeremy now. I'm super excited to ask and spark up this fucking joint. But real quick, shout out to the sponsors of the show because they make it happen for the Roll Gang and for the Weekday Wake and Bake.
Fuck yeah, dude.
Yeah, bro. We got Oaksterdam University, the first ever cannabis college. Guys, if you're trying to claim your stake in this industry and learn about some of this plant's magic, Oaksterdam is the place to go. 15 years running, and still the predominant place to go to boost your cannabis knowledge. Use promo code Rolling Spoon for 10% off your tuition at Oaksterdam, helping you to roll a dime every time and learn about this beautiful plant. The Rolling Spoon Cannabis Multi-Tool.
Won't get 10% off in the Ivy League, but you will get 10% off in the Hy-Vee League. You know what the fuck going on?
Hy-Vee League.
Oaksterdam, that one's free. You're welcome.
Holy shit, Jeremy with the banger word. Yo, that's gotta be in the ad read.
We gotta have like a soundboard so we could do like really obnoxious. Like, damn son, where'd you find this?
That is the best idea.
Like a fucking wacky morning radio show.
Absolutely.
We gotta have guests on here with wigs. We'll have Howard fucking Stern.
Yes, and the fucking soundboard with the horns and the laughs. The crowd
the
laughter.
canned audience laughter. I fucking love
So
that.
fucking classic.
Now,
Yo.
I have a quick question about Oaksterdam University that is totally not related to you plugging your sponsor. They have like different like fields of study.
They do.
I know a little bit about them just from hearing you talk about them, but like, what was it like going there?
It was the best schooling experience of my life.
Sounds better than any school I've ever fucking been to. I'll tell you that.
Yeah, studying I took a cannabis horticulture certificate and a cannabis business certificate.
There you go.
I guess that's what they're called. So they're super deep and there was a police officer that taught a class for the cannabis business on how to be discreet and compliant. It's kind of nuts. It really is. But and the growing aspect, the fact that we're selling a plant, like a fruit,
a flower, a literal actual flower, like the bud of a flower, the reproductive part of a plant. Is
literally, it's unreal.
That should just get you geeked.
Mm-hmm. And it still does, honestly.
Beautiful fucking plant, man.
Yeah, it really is. And honestly, it's a pleasure to sell it with you over at Medicine. We sell a lot of this Silver Reserve that we're smoking on.
I recommend it because it's usually pretty equitably priced, in addition to the fact that it's a little stronger THC than a lot of the other offerings we currently have right now at this date. But obviously, for our viewers, it changes like what. So we get shipments on Wednesdays, whatever.
Yeah.
Not that it matters, but like.
Yeah, they did. The new ones come on Wednesdays. I didn't even know that yet.
Well, they come in on Wednesdays, and then they gotta go through intake and that kind of stuff. I don't know if that's breaching my non-disclosure agreement, but I don't know if you guys can do anything with that information. It doesn't really matter, everyone gets shipments on Sundays.
Yeah, no, they might want to come in and get fresh. That's good shit.
Dude, I'm so glad the vibes are so chill with you, bro. Because honestly, this is my first time on a podcast. Yesterday I was like, what am I going to talk about? I was writing this manifesto of all these points I wanted to make about corporatization of cannabis and whether or not federal legalization is going to be conducive to individuals being able to still grow their own weed, or whether when they sell it at Walmart they're going to make it illegal with alcohol. And it's kind of I was like, all right, you got to condense this into stuff that's not going to make you sound like Ted Kaczynski. Grow your own weed. If I had to have my audience leave here with anything, grow your own shit, smoke your own shit, buy a rosin press for $1,500. Shout out lowtemplates.com. Maybe you could get them to do a sponsorship. But you can afterpay a rosin press. That's the key.
grow your own and press them live right in
In addition to that, bro, the fact that you can grow with LED lights now means that like your energy in your house that you're using like will not surge the way that it would have like 20 years ago if you were using whatever the old bulbs are called. And you know, your house won't smell. Yeah, the HIDs or whatever. Your house won't smell with the carbon filtration. Like, I've been telling my moms, I'm like, yo, you gotta let me set up a grow in the house. And she's like, oh, we're gonna sell the house. So I'm just gonna set it up in someone else's house.
That's the goal. Yeah, I got a little one in my garage. They got this home grow course that I took at Oaksterdam, and basically, like, it's kind of easy though. No. I'm not gonna lie. Like, maybe not to grow elite shit, but like
to grow your own shit.
Yeah.
To get yourself started. And you know what? Everyone can grow their own elite shit with time. You just need to invest. And like that's the hard part that I think that when I talk to a lot of my customers or my friends that consume cannabis, I'm like, dude, we should be growing our own shit. They're like, I don't have the time. I don't have like the resources. I don't have the startup to invest. And like that would be like, in my opinion, like the one thing that's stopping people. I would like to see a company sell like kits. Like put together one plant-size grow tent kits.
Wow. Yeah. A little grow kit just to like
start it comes with everything except maybe like the carbon filter because that's kind of a big thing to include in a fucking.
Agreed. Yeah, and honestly, with the legislation, we kind of are gonna like the smell. I think it'll. I probably won't use a carbon filter in my house whenever it's.
I would encourage you to do so just to keep mold and mildew out of your shit. You know what I'm saying?
Oh yeah.
Well, you know, because I'm not going to name any names, but there is a cannabis company in the state of Nevada that is very popular, has a strain that has crazy myrcene numbers on it. If you're a Vegas cannabis smoker, you might know who I'm referring to. There was a period of time where I heard that they like went away because they had a shit ton of mold in their carbon filtration system or whatever. And like, it was just fucking their plant. So now the stuff that's coming out from them looks great, sells great, passes our quality control. But, you know, like that kind of stuff does happen. It's important to make sure that you have your plants in as closed off environment as you can. You want to obviously have like air circulation stuff still, as I'm sure they probably do with Oaksterdam.
Yeah.
Now, I have a question for you since you've taken a course on it, man. Defoliation. For people who might not be aware, defoliation is during like while you're growing your plant, taking off some of the leaves so that the buds can get more circulation, air circulation, and light. Do you have any defoliation tips for someone maybe doing their first grow? Because I don't know shit about defoliation.
Yo, honestly, the plants will eat their old leaves, so you don't want to cut them all off. You don't want all of the. So when a plant detects that a leaf isn't getting enough light and it starts to turn yellow and it looks sick, it's actually just consuming that leaf's nutrients.
Oh, no shit.
So, like, it really, I mean, if you provide enough nutrients in the soil, you don't necessarily need those extra leaves, but I think the plant likes to eat them, honestly, personally. And they're smart. They're kind of smart.
Oh, that's the crazy thing. Every time I talk to people about cannabis plants, I'm like, damn, I wish I could get my house plants to do that.
Yeah, it's nuts. Like, the plant's like, oh, this leaf's not getting that much light. Let's just eat it.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Yo, it's a smart plant. But, yo, that's kind of our connecting factor. And what a connecting plant. You and I are professional pot dealers at the best dispensary in the country. If not, you know, like, that is a definitely an opinionated statement, but we got the best prices in the country.
This brings me to my manifesto, actually. Let me pull out this book. No, I'm kidding. But the reason I actually feel like you're correct about us being the best dispensary is I always tell people, like, I have no love for corporate anything, corporate kush included. The management at Medicine sets the vibe. I'm going to shout out Vince Pellegrino. I'm going to shout out Mark McCoy. I'm going to shout out Gail Nikolovich. I'm going to shout out Desiree Zinn.
Banger after banger.
That's like the management team I work with. Do have some love for Crystal Guerrero. I don't work with her that often. She's one of the morning shift managers. Am I forgetting anyone on our management team, bro?
Man, I don't think.
I think that's it. Yeah, the management at Medicine is like, not only in cannabis, but in any other job I've had, like the best management team that I've probably ever worked for in my life. And honestly,
it's sublime. Any
day where I have a day where I'm pissed off and I'm ready to flip the table and walk out, like I just look at Vince's face, I'm like, I can't do that to Vince. Vince, bro. Vince is the best, man. I couldn't do that to Vince.
No, couldn't. Literally couldn't. And
we are the best dispensary in the world. I mean, maybe not the world, but easily the Western United States by a long shot. Like, I'm from Seattle. I've been to pot shops in my hometown, California, Colorado, Oregon. Love Oregon, by the way.
Yeah.
Still the best weed I've ever smoked is from Oregon or Vancouver. I
Yeah.
had some Northern Lights for Vancouver that made me feel like I was in a trance. And I smoked some strawberry cough in Portland, and so like in Seattle they have this thing called Mayfair in the spring, and like it's super busy. You can't rent a fucking car. So my dad works for an airline. We flew to Portland, rented a car in Portland, and drove because it's only like 3 hours. But I never smoked Oregon weed at the time, so I was like, all right, I'm gonna pick up. I walk in and I'm like, what's the strongest sativa you got? We got the strawberry cough. It's sitting at like, I think it was like 32.5%, something like that.
Holy
I didn't
shit.
get the terps on it, but I went to the Seattle Zoo, Woodland Park Zoo with my parents. Thought it was on fucking acid, bro. I thought I took 2 tabs. I was staring at this giraffe, looking at him like he was trying to communicate to me. But like, you know how people like when animals are trying to communicate with you, it's like a positive thing? This dude was talking shit. He's like, look at you, you little bitch. I'm like, so what, man? Fuck you, man. Like,
This giraffe was looking down at you?
yeah, bro, and I already have issues because I'm short. I'm like, dog, I will fuck you up. So I was like, Mom, you gotta get me away. Take me to the birds.
You were about to throw hooves with the giraffe. Yo, I'm straight dead. Oh my god. Yeah. Oh my goodness.
Am I allowed to plug some people real quick?
Absolutely. It's your platform.
Gotta plug my tattoo artist, Brittany Ladd, Demon Drool on Twitter, Tattoos Out of Blood and Tears on Sunset and Durango. Or no wait, Durango and Twain. Across the street from Desert Breeze Park by the O'Reillys. Check her out. She's the shit. Demon Drool on social media.
Yo, show one off.
Oh, I'll show off my self-portrait, my most recent one. This is a tattoo of a frog on a mushroom smoking out of a bomb.
Oh my god.
In a wizard outfit.
Wow.
That's a self-portrait. That's me.
That is you. A frog. One more time. A frog
on a mushroom in a wizard hat smoking out of a bomb.
Self-portrait as fuck.
Hell yeah, bro.
Yo, that is so awesome. Yo, iconic stoner. Can you please take me back to the first time you smoked pot? Like, because you've sold a ton, you've smoked a ton.
Now, the first time I smoked weed and the first time I got high were 2 different things. Because, like, when I was growing up, like, I went to, like, a Christian school until, like, 3rd grade. Like, I was very sheltered. I moved here when I was 8 in the 3rd grade. And in 5th grade, I had DARE class. And they were talking about all the drugs, and I'm like, wow, those all sound terrible. And then they got to weed, and I was like, oh, I'm trying that. Oh, I'm doing that. Like, DARE doesn't teach you shit except for which drugs you kind of want to try, and which drugs you're like, yeah, I'm probably cool. Like, so this is a summer between 8th and 9th, or 7th and 8th grade. I was 14. I took a bus from my house, which is on Windmill and Bermuda, like Windmill and 215, all the way up to like Jones in the fucking 95. Dude, I busted for 4 hours to go smoke Reggie out of a metal pipe. And
oh my god.
Watching people smoke cigarettes, but I wasn't a smoker at the time, like, I thought you like touched the lighter to the plant and it just combusted itself, and like I didn't know what the fuck was going on. So I was holding the pipe and they kept like putting the lighter to it, and I wasn't inhaling because I kept waiting for it to catch, not knowing that I didn't know what the fuck was going on. So I really didn't get that high that day. I had to bust it all the way back. But
holy
the
shit.
next weekend with the same group of dudes, which were like honestly a group of dudes I used to run around and just beat the shit out of people. like don't get me wrong, we weren't like running around beating people up, but like my friends at the time were not great people, and they were always talking shit to other people. They're like, oh, we're gonna go beat these dudes' asses. And I was like, oh, okay, I guess I'm coming. Like, I'm right down the street. So, and that was being 14, I guess. But, like, we went to this abandoned house that was, like, down off of, like, Warm Springs and probably, like, Maryland. And it was, like, with these 2 really sketchy-ass kids. And, like, they were all, like, tweaking because one of them had, like, a gun on them. And, like, you know, they were like, it was their dad's gun or whatever. And we get to this abandoned house. And it's like trash on the inside, like wet carpet and shit. We make our way up the stairs, and in the middle of this empty room, no bullshit, is you know what a zong is, right? Like a zob, like where it goes shh, 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 shh.
A bong with a zigzag in the middle.
It's a company called Zob that makes them, I think. But it was probably about like this tall, like no bullshit, was like a 2 or 3 foot bong.
Oh my god.
And they made me clear it. like they finally told me what I was doing wrong, and they're like, all right, just, and I'm like, okay. I cleared like
this giant
it was a snapper. It wasn't like a massive bowl, but like it was like a snapper size bowl, and I just dude, I coughed into a pillow or like my hoodie or some shit for like 10 minutes.
Dab sweats.
Yeah. And then when I came up, like everything was like. I was like, wow, okay, this is exactly what I signed up for. And I used to skateboard before my injuries, and I wasn't very good. And so we're all like, we hear sirens because it's just that side of town. And of course, we're high, we're paranoid. Like, they're here, they know we're in the bando, we gotta get the fuck out. And so we're skating home, and it's probably like 11:30 at night, and I can't skate. I'm so fucking high.
Oh my god.
I can't, like, my trucks were too loose, so I couldn't keep my foot, like, on my board or push effectively. And I was like, I tried pushing Mongo, I tried pushing Switch, I couldn't skate. So all my friends were like booking, skating, going probably like, 8 miles an hour, and I'm like running. And my buddy, instead of like stopping and slowing down, looks back and sees me running like this with my board and under my one hand. He's like, you look like fucking Donald Duck. We actually get pulled over that night. Like a cop pulls up on us, and he's like, hey, how old are y'all? And we're like, look, we're only teenagers. We know we're out past curfew. We're on our way home. Like, this is my address. Whoop-de-whoop. And he's like, all right, bye.
Wow.
Skates.
Holy shit. Yo, what an experience hitting a zonker at the bando.
Yeah,
holy shit.
With the blicky and the JanSport, like, geeked as fuck, looking through the blinds, I was like, damn. Like, I was in Christian school, like, less than 5 years prior.
That is so good.
That's the town. Don't move to Vegas. It eats people.
Yo, come on. That's the experience. That's probably the best first smoke experience on the show. Honestly. And the imagery you gave was amazing. Yeah, I was there with you.
Yeah, dude.
Yo,
I mean, we've all been there.
That's the vibe. Like smoking a fat bong rip in some
in an abandoned house.
You literally. Like that's a first smoke story if I ever heard one. But shit, it is like we smoke a lot of pot still. And it is an amazing vibe, but like have you ever had that moment where, like, why do you still smoke?
Dude, smoking weed's almost ruined my life a couple times, man.
Really?
Well, like, for background, like, I've kind of struggled with mental illness a lot of my life, in addition to, like, neurodivergence and not understanding stuff like that. But, like, I had this tendency to, like, use substances as an escape or a coping mechanism, more so than I had an issue with chemical addiction. And then I ended up in a motorcycle accident into the end of 2017, right before I turned 23. I broke my right hip and my right shoulder, and I had to get a partial hip replacement on my right side. You'll hear me bitch about it at work all the time. My fucking fucked up right leg. Because I had an ankle replacement too. That one's my fault.
Holy
that one's from
shit.
being in a mosh pit on mushrooms, actually, my ankle. Shout out the band Comeback Kid, No Warning, Zulu. Shout out Scrutiny, The End of Everything, Black Path Booking, in Las Vegas Hardcore. Keep your scene alive. Anyway, like, when I got hit, I was on painkillers, obviously, after I got out of that hospital. Dude, like, they let me out the day before my birthday, which is December 14th, and I was, like, on fucking oxys and drinking and taking dabs all night, and I passed the fuck out, and I kind of came to, and all my friends and my mom were, like, sobbing. They, like, because I was on a walker at the time, and, like, when I stood up, I, like, keeled over, and it was just, like, a really emotional moment for, like, everyone in the room but me. And I was, like, kind of taking a look at my life, and it wasn't so much, like, cannabis use. It wasn't so much the use of cannabis specifically as much as, like, cannabis fell into a group of substances that I was using to kind of try to run away from my responsibilities that I had to myself.
Yeah.
To try to be a better person, to try to heal,
to your family, it was the smelliest one. Like, it was the most apparent one. You can take a pill, and you can.
And see, I never really struggled with pills. Like, I experimented, but like, I always thought that like uppers and downers kind of didn't feel that good.
Yeah, no, but like honestly, you kind of found the balance. Did it have like a swing then? Like, when did you quit after that?
So like, I ended up like. Just after a long time, I was like, the pills, the opiates or whatever they had me on were just like really messing with my insides. Like, if anyone here is like a recovering addict or has ever, you know, been on painkillers, you know what they do to your insides. It's not fun. And
Shit.
shout out to anyone in recovery, by the way. You know, that shit sucks. But anyway, like, I just decided, I was like, you know what, man, like, out of all of these substances I'm using, there's one of them that has never done me dirty. It's never turned its back on me and given me a hangover. It's one that's always been there for me when I needed help studying or relaxing or anything like that. And it's been cannabis.
Vibe setting.
Fast forward a year from that, and I was drinking really fucking bad. I ended up going to like an outpatient rehab program for my alcohol consumption. And I ended up not quitting smoking weed because I couldn't deal with the nightmares, because it was like, you know, and I was talking to the people in my rehab because they were all like being clean and stuff like that, and they were like, honestly, dude, like if cannabis helps you, like I just started at Planet 13, they're like, you work in cannabis, dude, like you're an advocate that kind of helps us feel like, you know, maybe not all drugs are evil. So like my perspective was like, you know, interesting for them to hear, and I kind of came to the realization that like everybody's gonna do drugs. Everybody's going to do something, whether it's aspirin because you have arthritis or you need to take something to keep your heart good, whether, you know, you drink a cup of coffee every morning or it's tea, or whether it's something that's not an actual chemical. Maybe you're addicted to like a lifestyle or an activity or something that, you know, like you can't get away from. Like that's not always a bad thing.
Right. No, it's not. There are definitely good things like that. And honestly, the things you can trust are mostly from the creator unknown.
Oh, for sure.
You know what I mean? And we're from the same creator as cannabis, apparently, you know,
Must be.
as far as we know. And honestly, like, you're right. You kind of were forced into an experiment. You kind of were forced
that's
into,
exactly it.
Yeah.
And we all have been. Like, I don't want to get too deep into like my opinions on like the history of modern medicine or healthcare, but like essentially like society's learning about everything every day as we go. Information is being updated, or we're realizing certain theories that we had in the past were either
at a pace
incorrect.
Like
it's, you know, unprecedented, absolutely unprecedented time for growth of our knowledge and information. I think the scary part is though sometimes there's so much information to filter through that like some of it gets lost in translation, you know what I'm saying? Like, there's just so much information to consume. Companies are, you know, now trying to colonize the attention in our minds for seconds spent staring at a screen, whether it's, you know, like the internet or whether it's advertising on a billboard. Like, there's so much information being constantly thrown at you. And that's one of the things, another thing I like about cannabis is it really helps me sit there and digest information. It's like
filter.
It's an emotional and informational digestive aid.
Yes, it is. Yes, it is.
Helps you chew on shit.
Digestive aid for information and emotion. Oh, Jeremy, you're kind of like making awesome analogies.
Cool, thank you, man.
That's dope as fuck.
Critical analysis is what I do.
Yeah, that's what pot does.
It's great.
It grounds you. It gives you that extra bit of discernment.
And, you know, I always tell people, like, I don't necessarily think cannabis is, like, for everyone, but I don't also necessarily feel like it is one of those things that you can just ignore if it's not for you, because it's so prevalent in our society today. You know, I was talking with one of my buddies the other night, and I was like, man, I remember getting arrested, having a suspended sentence for this shit. You know what I mean? Like, you know, like, going to jail, almost going to jail, like, you know, family that's like been in and out of jail for this stuff, and like there's been so many movies and songs and books and like so much media that has been either centered around or involves in some way the consumption of this product, that like it is very interesting to me that we live in a day and age where people can be so like divided on it. You know what I'm saying? Like, you got some people that are convinced that it makes you stupid, sluggish, lazy, unconcerned. You know, you've got people that think that it, you know, I mean, no disrespect, but like, you've got people that think that this drug does things that it doesn't do also. Yeah. Or they believe that it does things that it hasn't been proven to do, to be more accurate.
Yeah. No, they're like, so for some people it's a miracle, and for some people it's the devil in disguise. And like, both sides are probably wrong. You know, it's just a plant. We're just some people trying to find out what works, and like, It just so happens that there's a very prevalent relationship between the plant and our bodies. And like honestly, come buy some from us. You know, we're the night squad over at the best dispensary. I mean, tell them like we have like the best prices on shit
easily. Like, and that's kind of the thing is I'm like, another thing that kind of ties into my manifesto is I'm like, you know, not to give away any sauce, but when you look at like what it costs to create this product versus the average going price, whether you're talking about legal or, you know, legacy market cannabis, as we like to call it, like you can put a shit ton of money in your grow and then your cost of product and your overhead's way higher. But when you're cultivating en masse, that's not the case. You know, you have you have quarterlies you gotta meet. You know, you've got like all kinds of shit going on. And when you are going to a dispensary and you notice that either the staff at the dispensary is kind of trying to push you towards product that's out of your price range, or you notice that a lot of the product seems like a little bit out of the price range that you would consider to be normal and appropriate, like trust your gut. Like don't let it, I always tell my customers, I'm not going to oversell to you. Like if you only want to buy a joint, I'm not going to ask you to buy a fucking ounce. It doesn't make any sense.
Agreed.
But you know, like we are blessed enough to work in a dispensary that facilitates, you know, integrity, that facilitates like trust with the customers. And I want to say that we can attribute, like I said, to management, that we have good guidance and good leadership.
Starts at the top.
You know, I think that, like I was saying earlier, like you can't ever trust a company, but you can trust a person. And never put your faith in a company. Always put your faith in the person standing right in front of you. Because if you can have a real-to-real, person-to-person dialogue with them, chances are they're going to tell you the truth.
Yes.
You know, it's not like a car dealership. You know what I'm saying? I don't know about most other dispensaries.
There's a lot of that.
But, you know, like, I know that...
It's because we're not desperate. We're kind of tied to the mothership.
Yeah.
It doesn't even really matter what we do at some points.
You know, I've just seen a lot of ugly bud tending, as I call it, in my time. I haven't been in the industry very long. I've only worked in 2 different shops. I've been in the industry since the middle of the pandemic, 2020. But I've seen a lot of people who kind of see themselves as, okay, let me preface this by saying I don't want to shit on any of these jobs I'm about to call hoe professions. Bartender, car salesman, cannabis employee, tattoo artist, hairstylist. A lot of these jobs come with egos. I don't understand that. I put weed in a bag. You know what I'm saying? Like, I try to be as humble as I can because the only reason my job can exist is because of the customers, the consumers, the people. And, like, every day that I come and wake up to work and I get to clock in and work with you and work with all my other friends at work and sell, I'm trying not to get misty-eyed and sell cannabis for a living. It's because of people. You know what I'm saying? Like
100%.
Like,
that's why I wanted to do it, too. Like, we both found this line of work that's the collaboration of our love for cannabis and our love for people. And we formulate this triangle connecting the cannabis to the people. And honestly, like, yeah, we put together the people to do it from like, I can't do shout outs. I'm literally in my first month, but I'm so tight with everybody in our squad.
Dude, I mean, like honestly, bro, you fit right in. Like the moment you joined up on the squad, we were like, all right, cool, we got another night person, let's roll. Like, but you know, there have been moments where we had people where we had to question whether or not they were a right fit for the team. You remember those people, bro. You came in and you killed it. Like first week, I was like, all right, you're good. You know what I'm saying?
It's PVO. Yeah. It's everybody in there is PVO. Positive vibes only.
Absolutely,
like,
man.
We literally...
PMA till I'm VOA.
Yo. Honestly, so fucking pumped to have you on the show. I hope to everything this isn't the last time.
Oh, absolutely not.
Make it a commonality. Schedule like Tuesdays.
I'm telling you, next time I come on this show, we're burning shit down, man. I'll have a whole bunch of shit to talk. I'm gonna come with issues.
I love that.
And things and opinions.
Yeah, no, we're gonna do a full episode on the can of conspiracies and all that.
Conspiracies. I love that, man.
Yeah, we're gonna dive in. Yo, the OG Jeremy. Yo, come see us at Medicine tonight. We're gonna be there till midnight.
Slanging them things, pushing P.
Yeah, that's what we're gonna be doing. But before I let Jeremy out, we gotta do the quick rips. We got 5 rapid fire questions.
Oh, okay.
Just shoot them out.
You said quick rips, I thought you were about to put a bunch of bongs in front of me.
yo, I wish.
Don't spend that much money on glass, bro. I mean, spend good money on glass. You don't need like 9 pieces. Get like
they always break for me.
I'm such a fucking klutz, dude. I know. But buy good glass. Don't buy cheap China glass. I feel bad saying that, but you don't need that much glass, bro.
No, I need something though. But 5 rapid fire questions with the boy Jeremy. You locked in?
I'm locked in.
Ready to go?
Ready to go.
All right. Quick rips. Boom. Number 1. Your favorite Las Vegas casino resort?
The M, all the way down on South Las Vegas Boulevard. It's beautiful. Their buffet is legendary. Their pool is dope as fuck, and it is way out of the way. So
stylish pick.
I don't like the fucking strip. Next question.
Yo, the M. Fuck yeah. Question 2. Your favorite cannabis consumption method?
My favorite cannabis consumption method. I gotta go with Torch Banger, man. Torch and Banger is a hard one to pass up. I'm a dabber.
Torch Banger
I
dab.
was blasting BHO in like 2013. Like I don't know a whole lot about the process. I was just helping. But man, I've been smoking wax since it was poop soup, and now that we've got like rosin, like I'm just watching how far we've come. Like something about a Torch and Banger, like just reminds me that I was kind of at I got to catch something closer to the beginning, and that was cool for me.
Yeah, it is dope. It's kind of antiquated, but always classic.
Always classic.
Yeah. All right, 3. Your number 1 favorite terpene?
Linalool, easy question. Fucking linalool. If I had to pick like a second, would be like Osamine.
Yeah.
Caryophylene's a staple, but honestly, man, linalool.
Linalool by far.
Oh man, easy.
Love
Easy
it.
choice.
It's a great flavor.
Because it goes with every other terpene. Like you got something with a shit ton of pinene in it. Guess what? You get a little bit of linalool in there, and you're chilling. Like they're good.
The waves. Yeah, floating. Number 4, your favorite munchie. You're stoned as fuck.
When I don't do munchie snacks, I will go get a fucking meal, bro. I will drive to my bar and go get a burger.
Yeah? Yo,
I don't
burger.
Do like snacks.
That's
I
good
do like
shit.
chips or candy or ice cream, maybe if I'm watching a movie. But no, I want food when I'm stoned. I need a fucking meal. Burger, or honestly, I got to shout out Born and Raised on St. Rose and Eastern, man. They got this hangover breakfast burrito with ground beef in it.
Oh, shit.
That's the one.
That sounds bomb. Yo, alright, last but not least, if you could have a sesh smoking some Torch and Banger dabs with anyone in human history, alive or dead, anyone, who would it be?
Ted Kaczynski.
Ted Kaczynski.
Bro, technology's not that bad. You ain't need to send those bombs. You were a smart guy. Come on, man. Like, I don't like technology either. Facebook and Instagram are weird, but come on, bro. You don't got to do all that. Come on. I think you just needed a little more love. You know what I'm saying? You just needed to have a little more faith in humanity.
Yo, you think you could talk him off the ledge?
I mean, I don't know about talk him off the ledge, but like, you
would learn a lot.
I would like to pick his brain too.
Yeah.
He was a part of like a government experiment where they did unfair shit to him, and you know, like, honestly, like if I had like a lot of people are super into like serial killer shit nowadays. I'm like, damn, that's the one I really kind of feel bad for.
Yeah, facts. Yo, the OG coming on the show at Dr. Nighttime _ on Instagram. Go shoot the boy a follow if you don't already.
I don't do nothing interesting, but that's okay. Neither do you. Just kidding.
Yo, no. Nobody be doing anything too interesting.
I try not to. It hurts my fucking head.
No. Yeah, at Dr.Nighttime _ boom. Yo, great fucking episodes. Appreciate all the Roll Gangsters tuning in on Instagram, Facebook, YouTube, Twitter, and Twitch. Shout out to Oaksterdam University and the Rolling Spoon Cannabis Multi-Tool holding it down. Yo, the boy Jeremy, thanks for rolling through,
Thank you so
my
much,
guy.
Sam. I appreciate you having me on the show. Rolling up for me, gang.
Fuck yeah. We're gonna go blaze.
We're gonna roll on right now.
Yeah.
Fuck it.
Fuck yeah.